Hi, I'm Chappy for the Beretta training series. Today I'd like to talk about using pistols as primary weapons. The definition of a primary weapon is the gun that you have with you all the time that you plan on using as your primary system to deal with whatever problem comes up that requires the use of a firearm. What I'm going to talk about today are the guns themselves a little bit, but mostly about the support gear that goes with carrying a pistol as a primary weapon. So if we're going to use a pistol as our primary weapon system, first we need to select the proper gun, then we need to set the gun up, and we need to carry the proper ancillary and support equipment to support that system as a primary weapon system. So as we speak about carrying a pistol as a primary weapon system, the first step is selecting a gun. Carry enough gun, a big enough gun that you can shoot well. Pocket pistols are good for emergencies, but I view them primarily as a secondary weapon. They're for emergencies or when your clothing requires you to become much more subtle in how you're carrying your gun. A primary gun is something that can be used to deal with likely circumstances that you're going to come against. So carrying a full-size gun with full capacity magazines becomes important in that circumstance. Once we select a gun, select a carriage system that's appropriate for your mission. A law enforcement officer will use a duty holster. Whether with or without a light on the gun, he can get good options for that. A CCW holder or a plainclothes policeman will carry either outside or inside the waistband, and selecting a high quality holster for that application is important. Cheap holsters lead to you not carrying your gun, and that kind of defeats the purpose of carrying a pistol as a primary weapon system. As a day-to-day CCW holder, whether you carry inside the waistband or outside the waistband, I strongly recommend, like for all the other circumstances, carrying a light on the gun. Having a light on the gun allows you to deal with problems and apply force and identify things, which is most important, without having to occupy your other hand. Now, having said that, you still need to carry a handheld flashlight of some sort. A law enforcement patrol officer will carry a handheld flashlight as a matter of course. Something I see lacking in some CCW communities is the carriage of a handheld flashlight for the same purpose, for identifying things, searching. Keep in mind that half the day it's night, and every structure that you're in, whether it's low light or not, has the chance of becoming low light. So having a flashlight on the pistol is critically important in my opinion, and there are lots of good options for carrying that even concealed. Carrying extra ammunition is also critically important. Not only might you have to go through that ammunition on targets, it's unlikely inside the United States, but it could happen. But also malfunctions happen with guns. And most of those malfunctions are best cleared by removing the source of the ammunition in the gun and inserting a fresh magazine. And that's hard to do if you're not carrying any extra ammunition. So selecting a manufacturer's full capacity magazine and a high quality magazine carrier that you can carry and will carry comfortably is extremely important. So we've covered some of the things that I think are important if you're carrying the pistol as a primary weapon. A couple things in closing. Number one, get good quality training, especially if your pistol is your primary weapon. The pistol is more difficult to shoot than the carbine or the rifle, and if you're carrying it as your primary weapon, you owe it to yourself and your family to be good with it. If you need more information about training or some of this equipment, go to Beretta.com and check out the e-commerce store. I'm Chappy with Forge Tactical, here for Beretta. Thank you for watching.